Nothing right now.
Are you saying Mayweather has no money?
Oh, I got a bag back there.
Can you bring it up here? Where's the money? Let's see how much he's carrying. He's got a backpack with the money. Is it in a wallet? Oh, it really is. Oh, he's not even lying, yo. Are you serious? Okay, so I'll take 100.
This is 40.
Or a pile. No? That's 40, what? 40 what?
140,000.
That was, I didn't even touch it.
We got more in the bag, but that was just what I...
While the world called him broke, Floyd Mayweather pulled up to the red carpet with millions in cash. Not in his bank, not in investments, but stuffed into duffel bags. He wasn't hiding it. He was flaunting it, like a man born to wear the crown of money. The headline screamed, "Bankrupt." Floyd simply smirked and said, "Count it." But was this a power move, or a perfectly timed distraction? Because while the cameras rolled and everyone watched Floyd play King of Cash, there were real stories being ignored. Lawsuits, unpaid fighters, and a line of people still chasing their missing millions. When the world tried to paint Floyd Mayweather as finished, he responded in the only way he knows. Not with lawyers, not in court, but with cold, hard cash. That award night? It turned into a public parade of money. Mayweather flexed stacks so outrageous, the interviewer couldn't even keep focus. The serious questions vanished. No one asked about lawsuits or the fighters who say they never got paid. Instead, the entire room was hypnotized by the mountain of money Floyd casually laid at his feet.
What happened? 9 security.
Okay. I really had $40,000 right in my face. I didn't even touch it. Did you not let me touch it because I was going to get greedy?
Well, you know, Forbes talked about my great numbers I did this year. Tune in to Extra every night, every day. You're hearing it from the one and only.
Floyd, or you get some of this.
Floyd Money Mayweather signing off.
I just almost touched $40,000. That's all I'm saying.
It's all about love.
You dating somebody right now?
A lot.
But while the money was real, the questions it left behind were even bigger. Was this just Floyd flexing for the cameras? Or was it a carefully staged distraction from the chaos piling up behind the scenes? Lawsuits, debts, and scandals? One thing about Mayweather: when things get hot, he shows money. But he never shows receipts. Because behind the red carpets, behind the flashy smiles and staged interviews, rumors swirled that Floyd's financial empire was quietly collapsing, cracks forming where no one was looking. And just when fans thought his billionaire lifestyle was untouchable, UFC legend Chael Sonnen dropped a bombshell. Floyd wasn't just in trouble. He was trapped in Dubai, allegedly over unpaid debt. But that might just be the tip of the iceberg.
Do personally believe and feel comfortable in letting you know that Floyd is being held in Dubai. He's being held for debt. And if the number is $18 million that he was paid that was supposed to go this way, but the money team converted that money, right? I mean, money laundering is always been easiest to do through fighting. So when I tell you the money team isn't real, like, this isn't just me giving a hard time. Floyd got told he doesn't know. He does not know. And he loaned his name to somebody. And I happened to actually be at the Nevada State Athletic Commission the day they licensed Floyd as a promoter. And I remember as a licensed promoter thinking, don't do that, Floyd. You don't know what you're doing. And you could lend and license your name and your image. Like, whoever this is that has convinced you need to be the promoter of record, you could license your name and image to that person, but make their name actually be on the dotted line. Like, I was sat there in the room.
While Floyd's hands were busy stacking cash for the cameras, the walls behind him were caving in. Accusations swirled: money laundering, promoter fraud, secret debt deals, and shady business partners using his name like a shield. This wasn't the profile of a financial genius. This was the slow-motion unraveling of a brand spiraling out of control. And no matter how many millions Floyd flashes, the controversies keep ripping the curtain open. Just when the chaos felt like it couldn't spiral any further, lawsuits, debt, scandal, whispers of fraud, Mayweather pulled his usual move. He tried to drown the noise in dollar bills. As the world questioned if his fortune was real or just a perfectly polished illusion, Floyd fired back with what he knows best: cash. In his latest stunt, Mayweather laid out stacks upon stacks of $100 bills across a table like it was spare change. No statements. No press conference. Just raw money. His answer to every allegation? Cold, hard flexing. But this wasn't just a flex. It was a desperate statement. Because while the world saw the cash on the table, they didn't see the long line of investors, fighters, and business partners still waiting on their payments. And the louder the scandals got, the more Floyd kept flashing bills. Like mountains of cash could somehow erase lawsuits, silence unpaid fighters, and cover the cracks in his so-called money team empire. It didn't look like a businessman managing wealth. It looked like a man on life support, being wheeled into surgery. Only, Floyd wasn't strapped to a stretcher. He was surrounded by bricks of cash. In his latest appearance, he rolled into his club, the Girl Collection, not in silence, not in shame, but with a full-on money parade. Cameras caught every frame. It wasn't a health emergency. It was a flex emergency. And while the world watched Floyd roll into the club like a king, the reality was anything but royal. For every stack of money shown off, there was a lawsuit piling up. For every flashy post, another fighter called their lawyer. And for every camera flash, an investor was still chasing the millions they say Floyd never returned. Because when the cameras cut off, the only thing more inflated than those cash piles might be the stories behind them. So the real question is Floyd showing off success or covering up scandal? When the lights went dark and the crowd went home, YouTuber Logan Paul found out the hard way. Floyd Mayweather never paid him his full share for their blockbuster fight. What was supposed to be the biggest payday of Logan's life became a financial nightmare. One that's still haunting him today.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full, that is a fact.
No
short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
There's another one pending too.
Another one?
Yeah.
For the cash deal?
I got paid. Just not in full. Like there's a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. I'll see you in court. The audit's happening. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you, Floyd. We're coming for your million.
While Floyd Mayweather flaunted luxury cars and diamond watches, Logan Paul was chasing down the money he was promised. The fight had already pulled in millions on pay-per-view. The cash was there, but somehow, the man who stepped into the ring with Floyd was still unpaid. Logan didn't just complain online. He confronted Floyd face-to-face, right in public. No bodyguards, no PR team, just raw tension hanging in the air. The man who calls himself Money Mayweather had one job, pay what was owed. And still, he didn't.
Come on, get down, get down.
Is my bank account gonna change? Okay. So you do know there's a lot of legends out there that's broke, right? So would you rather have a face, a $1 billion face with no money, or a bunch of money and don't nobody know you?
Of course, a bunch of money.
Okay, then that's your...
Even standing eye to eye with Logan, Floyd danced around the situation like it was just another sparring match. No clear answers. No accountability. Just more charm, more deflection. And when the world started asking where the money actually went, Floyd didn't deny the rumors of bankruptcy. He pulled out his oldest trick in the book. Flood the internet with wealth. Stacks of cash. Luxury lifestyle. But no receipts.
This video of Mayweather is completely insane, and it's not because of all the watches. What's crazy is that all of these watches are iced out with ridiculous aftermarket diamonds that completely kill the value of the watches. He clearly doesn't care though. He's wearing an $18 million watch. How much do you think this is all?
This is a beautiful house, my man. How many square feet is this?
A little bit over 20,000 square feet, 3 or 4 levels.
Money Mayweather, seems appropriate that you would be living in Vegas.
My mentality is always about, working smarter, not harder.
I see that.
Because the question wasn't who could flash the most money. The real question was, how many people were still waiting for their cut, while Floyd flaunted his. And this wasn't just about one missing check. Logan later revealed the shady underbelly of Floyd's business empire, where investors poured millions into pre-buying fight tickets, and then watched the profits vanish into thin air.
And so with this particular lawsuit, he had an investor pay $1.4 million in total for this section, and the investor was promised that the seats would sell at I think a 7 to 8x multiple, and he expected a return on his investment. And sure enough, he didn't get his initial investment back. He's strung along. He gets like 100K here and there, strung along, not getting paid. Now his investment allegedly is being rolled into Floyd's alleged fight with Manny Pacquiao. And so the investors being strung along on this thing, and eventually, like us, it's like, yo, we're simply not getting paid in full. Like, we've been fucking dragged along for way too long now, and this guy finally filed a lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather. So that's the one that's actually active and pending, and then here we are.
For some investors, the payout never came. Instead, the money disappeared, while excuses piled up. According to multiple reports, Floyd's team were allegedly moving funds from one promised event to another, dragging people along in a financial maze that led nowhere. It wasn't just Logan. Lawsuit after lawsuit began stacking up, each one painting the same story. The money was made. The money was owed. The money was never delivered.
Has that soured you at all on professional fighting, having to go through this with Mayweather?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's honestly bullshit. Like, having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like, we made that mistake. But, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because he's a scumbag. Yeah. But now that we know that, and everyone else who fights Floyd should know that, don't let him control the money.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out. And,
yeah.
But
no?
Come on, get down, get down.
And while Floyd kept posting photos with private jets and luxury cars, the courtroom kept calling. And the list of names chasing him for unpaid money only grew longer. But the scandal didn't stop with boxing. Soon, Floyd's name was tangled up in a storm of crypto and NFT scams. Fans and investors were promised access to Floyd's world. Instead, their money evaporated the moment the hype faded.
I already know it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm dropping my NFT tonight, the same way I'm dropping Logan Paul. And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
Mr. I don't lose at nothing is back. And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me. As you can see, we like to call this the great room, because I'm great. Let's go in here. That beautiful masterpiece right there, soon that's gonna be an NFT. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months and I just dropped right now. Go get it. The Money Man, if I win, you win.
Once again, Floyd Mayweather cashed in on the hype, while the people who trusted him were left with nothing but digital dust. This wasn't a coincidence anymore. It was starting to look like a business model. Lawsuit after lawsuit piled up. Fighters like Logan Paul publicly called him out for unpaid dues. Accusations of crypto scams, NFT pump and dumps, and shady ticket deals were everywhere. Investors were left dry. And through it all, Floyd's response wasn't denial, it was display. While the world demanded answers about unpaid millions, Floyd didn't hide. He did the opposite. He flaunted even more wealth, stacks of cash taller than your dreams. No explanations, no accountability, just a blinding sea of dollar bills, screaming louder than any lawsuit could.
I like to take risks, and I like to win big. But with that, you lose big as well. During training camp for Floyd, I would have this money, and I would just sit there and do my research and buy these projects that I thought were cool. Some I was right, some I wasn't. I spent $2.6 million on NFTs. I probably lost $1 million. I probably made $3 million, you know, so I'm net positive.
Money made, money made, money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
But this time, the concern isn't whether Floyd has money. It's how he still has so much, while the people he promised to pay are chasing him through courts, lawyers, and viral confrontations. For every dollar stacked on his table, there's a fighter, an investor, a fan, still waiting for their cut. His hands are full. Theirs are empty. The lawsuits haven't stopped. The drama hasn't died. But the flexing? That's only gotten bigger. And if you thought the money on the table was the end of the show, you were wrong. Floyd Mayweather didn't stop there. His entire lifestyle is a walking reminder of the empire he's built, whether it was in the ring or on the backs of those still waiting for a paycheck.
That's what we do. Living life, having fun.
With lawsuits over unpaid purses, NFT scams, and ticket fraud still looming, Floyd decided to throw gasoline on the fire. How? By parading his luxury car collection, one that even billionaires would envy. No apology to victims. No press conference. Just pure ego, polished paint jobs, and roaring engines on display. And the wildest part? This wasn't even his full collection. Floyd made it clear, this was just a fraction of his empire.
Options, options, options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, 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 Rolls. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want.
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million.
$300 million.
Dollars?
Yeah, in different accounts.
There it was, the McLaren. The original McLaren. The Bentleys. The Rolls after Rolls after Rolls. The Maybach truck, or Maybach, as he calls it. For Floyd, money isn't just wealth, it's a shield. A way to distract the world from courtrooms, contracts, and creditors. So when one interviewer pressed him, not about his jewelry, or his cars, or his designer bags, but about his actual net worth, his answer wasn't just bold. It was a public statement to anyone daring to question the legend of Money Mayweather. That one conversation told the whole story. Floyd didn't just claim to have a few million tucked away. He casually mentioned hundreds of millions, just sitting in accounts, untouched, like pocket change.
Well, you come on to my, you know I live in that big old house. You come on wherever. And bring me that money when you keep telling me, you get paid, bro. You don't need that paid, bro. You know the boy Floyd gets so much money. You know, I know you should be.
Yet the scandals haven't stopped. The lawsuits are still stacking up. And while the headlines screamed about unpaid contracts, crypto scams, and ticket fraud, Floyd did what he always does. Walked into a bank and walked out with stacks of cold, hard cash. For Floyd, silence isn't a defense. Flashing money is. While ex-business partners, athletes, and even celebrities like Logan Paul were chasing him for millions in court, Floyd made sure the public only saw one thing: a man too rich to be touched. But here's the twist. Pulling out cash doesn't erase lawsuits. It doesn't cancel debts. And it sure doesn't make scams disappear. So the real question is, how long can the money show keep hiding the mess? No matter how much cash Floyd piles on a table. No matter how many exotic cars flood his Instagram. No matter how many club nights he turns into a rainstorm of dollar bills. The truth isn't going anywhere. The lawsuits? Still active. The fighters? Still unpaid. The investors? Still chasing millions that vanished the moment the cameras turned off. Every flex, every stunt, every staged bank withdrawal might buy him another headline, but it won't buy him silence. For Floyd, this isn't about proving wealth. It's about surviving a scandal. And the bigger the flex, the louder the question. Is this the life of a billionaire boxing legend? Or the last defense of a financial house of cards? What do you think? Is Floyd Mayweather still the king of boxing money? Or is it all just a giant cover-up? Let us know in the comments below.